Hello, my name is Kimberly Hall, and I am a Liberty University student. And this project is for class HSCO 511. And the reason for this video is to give an overview of my group leading project. The meeting is a domestic violence support group, and the meeting took place on September 25th, 2018 at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at my residence. The setting was downstairs in my office in my home, which comfortably seated the 6 people that were in attendance. The chairs were arranged in a semicircle with a plexiglass podium on the opposite side with a whiteboard and a projector screen that was used as well. I provided water and juice and light snacks, as well as paper, pen, and pamphlets, which contain help from affiliated secular entities. The purpose of this group is to give additional support for people who are experiencing any kind of domestic abuse and to provide them a safe place to talk about their issues and also assist them in getting outside help if warranted. I explained that the goal for this group is to bring awareness of domestic violence and to initiate the healing process for those who are in attendance. I provided materials so that the individuals would be able to identify the signs and symptoms of violence that they may have missed, and also to empower them with information so that they will be able to go out and help others who are experiencing violence as well. I advised them that everything shared in the room would be held in the strictest of confidence and that the things discussed in group would not be discussed outside of the group. There were no diversions from my proposal, and I was able to keep them on topic. The support group met for roughly 1 hour and 30 minutes, and in attendance were 6 people, ranging in ages from 27, 32, 52, 19, and 38 and 23. They consisted of 4 young ladies and 2 young men, 1 African American male, 1 Hispanic male, an older Caucasian female, and 3 African American females. 1 a student, 1 a nurse practitioner, 1 a college student, 1 a truck driver, an engineer, and an unemployed stay-at-home mom. 1 female is a family friend, and the others were from the church that I attend. At the beginning of session, I asked the question on a scale of 1 to 10, how effective were the previous group sessions? Because this group is not one that was formulated for this project, but this is an ongoing group, and we have been meeting now for about roughly 3 meetings we've had thus far. So after the round session and responses, I set them up in dyads, and I set the only 2 males together. I put the 27-year-old and the 52-year-old together, and the 34-year-old and the 19-year-old together. And I did this based on previous discussions and their similarities so that they could further dialogue about previous sessions and about the progress that they were making in the group at this juncture. This style of communication used was self-disclosure, and self-disclosure is one of the primary benefits of GOTH support and therapeutic groups because it deepens the closeness of the group, and it has done just that. It has made further closeness and future dialogue so easy. I'm sure that we will have ease when approaching other topics because of the cohesiveness that I've seen fostered thus far in the group. After the breakout session, there was full group participation and their input. They were very chatty, very talkative. They wanted to share what they discussed when they were in their dyads, and I think the information really helped the entire group kind of open up even the more. So the breakout session They gave input when we came back together. We did a question and answer session where they were able to ask questions to get more information. And I gave them at the end additional pamphlets to take with them so that they could share the information with others. I did have one young man to share with the group that he thought the group was really effective because initially, before he came to group, he thought that domestic violence was only perpetrated on women. But when he talked to someone and was able to get a clear definition of what domestic violence really was, he was able to identify that that's exactly what he was experiencing. And so he is able now to share openly, and he is actually talking to other male friends who are seeking help as well. I think that's just an awesome thing. So after the breakout sessions, I gave them information to take with them. Overall, I think the meeting was productive because the topic is something that does not set racial or gender barriers or religious barriers for that, for the most part. And I am an advocate for domestic violence because I am a domestic violence survivor. This month in October, I'm very busy because, I am a domestic violence speaker. And I know firsthand the scars and abuse of the sickness. So domestic violence does not discriminate. It is perpetrated on the young, the old, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, rich, and poor alike. So, I just am grateful that, God allowed me to advocate for domestic violence, and I think that it is my calling to fulfill. The session was great, enjoyed it thoroughly, and I will continue to use the tenets that I learned in this class in future group sessions.